Hello, everyone, and welcome to RIFTS, Ukraine, also known as Freedom for the Borderland, Episode 0. I'm one of the players, Mark, and I will turn it over to our GM, John, and we'll go from there. Hi, John.
Hey, everybody. I'm excited to start today. Before we start off, though, I wanted to thank Mark. That introduction, I think, is just fantastic. That psychedelic Russian brainwashing intro video. It's just fantastic. I love it. I can watch that over and over again. So well done, Mark. Thank you very much.
It's working.
So I thought what we'd do to start with is you haven't met each other quite yet, but just um, uh, well, first off, I guess I'm John. I'm going to be game mastering. We're using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition version of Rifts. Rifts, of course, is a Palladium game that started in the 70s and old rules, rules style. So this is really kind of exciting because it's modern rules with that really cool old Rifts setting. And so we've got three players now, and we've got Daniel. If you could say hi.
Once I get the button pushed.
Yay!
Hey, folks. I'm still trying to set up things here. You've seen me here and there through Gamers Ledge games in the past. I'm happy to play. Happy to be here, John. Thank you.
Nice. And we have Chris.
Good
And
afternoon, everyone, or evening, everyone here. Um, Excited to play this game.
and of course, everybody knows Mark.
Hi, everybody. It's me, crazy constant host across all the shows. I am excited to play because Rifts for me was actually my first RPG outside of Dungeons and Dragons, and the last time I played it was 1993. So it's been a while.
That you remember.
Who am I? What year is it?
Because we played together in a game in
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. That I remember. You are correct. My bad.
it's okay. I think it's funny. And I'll turn the ringer off my phone off. There we go. All right. So where are we? We are in Ukraine. The rifts happens because there is some great cataclysm. At this point in history, nobody's really sure what's caused the cataclysm, but there was this cataclysm was resulted in such a loss of life that the energy from that loss of life opened up these ley lines and rifts from across the earth, and matter of fact had impacts in the multiverse, right? And so current earth is hundreds of years after this cataclysm. There are giant bright blue ley lines that cross the planet. There are demons and monsters and just really this post-apocalyptic world that people are starting to claw their way out of. Uh, Prior to the cataclysm, there was a certain level, certainly a lot higher technology than we have now. There's cybernetics and laser rifles and all kinds of stuff. And with the introduction of these rifts, which has opened up these other worlds that are either magical or high technology or demon worlds or whatever, there's this hodgepodge of technology and magic and all kinds of things that you can imagine. And of course, as the adventurers will find, that there's still the possibility of rifts opening up and things spilling out, and so it's a time where hopefully heroes will rise up and take care of some of this horrible stuff that exists in the earth. Now, here in where we are in Ukraine, there are currently three Russian warlords that have created their own war camps and dominating different parts of Ukraine. And so we'll see how these Ukrainian heroes kind of feel about that as we go along. So before we go any further, does anybody have any questions of me before we start?
So just out of curiosity for episode 0 tonight, what's the agenda? What are we going to cover on this episode? What do you want to cover? What do you want us to say about our characters, if anything? Just kind of give everybody, including us, an idea of what we're headed for tonight.
So tonight, I actually thought I would start things off with in media res, and which something I learned from George Lucas, which is in the middle of things. The first A New Hope starts with a space battle and leaves you wondering what the heck is going on here. When we meet your characters, I thought would be a appropriate time to introduce the characters.
Okay, perfect.
And I thought we would go from there. And I also thought, since these rules are kind of new to a lot of us, I think I have something that's going to allow us to kind of slowly get into rolling and kind of the basics of the rules and combat without getting too deep into some craziness.
And Chris, have you used Roll20 before?
No.
Okay. Do you know how to get to your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. You're a leg up on most people.
Okay. Now, I did want to go over some things that you'll see, and there are some housekeeping things we'll need to do. In this game, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, I hope everybody sees a box on the screen that says turn order.
Yes.
Chris, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, so I've taken the first name of everybody's character and put that there. And so Savage Worlds Rifts uses a card system for initiative. And it goes by suit. And if there's a tie, then it goes in reverse alphabetical order. But you really don't need to know that, because the game's always going to put the first person on top and on down. And the other thing is, and I'm going to go ahead and deal those now, is everybody gets bennies. It is short for benefits, and everybody should have 3. Now, just for variety, and because I thought it would be fun, I went ahead and made a whole bunch of different pictures, but at the end of the day, it's just a token. So the pictures, if you have different pictures, it doesn't matter. Now, you can use that for various things. You can use that for, if you've taken a wound, you can use that to take a roll to maybe avoid that wound. You can use it for re-rolling a dice. And so there's a lot of things you can use. If you feel you want to use it, just let me know. I'll let you know if that's the appropriate place. The next question is, how do I get more? You get more of those by role-playing. So a good portrayal of your character, especially if it's role-playing out a particular hindrance of your character, if basically impress me, and I'll give you a Benny. The other thing is we were practice rolling, and I think it was with Chris, I don't remember, but he rolled a 6-sided and ended up rolling a 34 because it's the game calls it aces. Every time you roll the top number of a die, it explodes, and you get to roll again. And if you roll a 6, you roll again, and if you roll another 6, you roll again, and you just keep rolling until you haven't rolled that top number, and you add them all up, and that's your score. So something like that is sufficiently impressive. I'll give you another Benny. So that's Benny's. The map. The last thing we need to do is we need to figure out. And I thought tonight what we would do is I would just use some stand-ins, but we do need to kind of figure some permanent kind of tokens for the characters.
Yes.
So I'm looking at what I have available here, and I thought I would drag some over, and you guys could let me know if I couldn't find anything that's remotely close. You said dark hair, right? Right, Chris?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put them in the right-hand house. You should be seeing a house, I think. Yeah, there you go. So let me know how you feel about that. And Daniel, you use this thing a lot more than I do. If you have something that fits better, or if you drew something, let me know and we'll use that.
I have something that's going to be ready for next week, but it's not ready for this week.
Okay. Is what I drew out, is that fine?
He's giving a thumbs up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you look at that.
Okay. I'm looking at tokens here. All right, Mark. We can do better next week, but how's that look?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So there we go. We got your guys. Okay.
Is there by any chance you can add our names to them? Because there's a way to do that. But
Yes,
Daniel,
I can.
Because that
Yes.
would help immensely.
Oh, you know what? So, thanks to Daniel, I am learning this system. And there we go. And one of the things that Daniel told me, and apparently I didn't listen to, was to put tokens on the token layer, not on the map layer.
Little important.
So let me try again here. There we go. All right. Now, when I switch maps, I'm going to have to pull these back out. Is that correct, Daniel?
So what I usually do is you can drag it over all three, copy them, like Control C copy, and then go to the next page and click on it and Control V, and it drops all
Okay.
three in. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Which is awesome because it also means if you have any status markers on these ones, or if you have like added our names to it and stuff, copying and pasting it to the next one means that all of that carries over. We don't have to start from scratch, try to remember what was going on or what numbers were there.
Nice.
Yep. So to add the names.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Okay. You have to make them usable by everyone, otherwise we're not going to see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Oh, okay.
If my reminders are too much, just tell me to shut up and I will.
No. Please. No, never. Although I named it by the character sheet, and there we go. All right. There you go. I named it by the character sheet, and it said that the settings were determined by character sheet. Now, where? Oh, show no nameplate. There it is. There you go.
Yay, thank you. I know who I am. That's me.
Why? There we go. Okay. That's a me. Somehow I just channeled a Chicken Machine Show. There we go. I think. Yes. And
The sad part is I think I'm the only one who knows what the gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show is.
yeah, probably true.
Yeah, I don't.
God, I love that show. I'm sure there's some character flaw associated with liking that show as much as I do.
No. It's good.
All right, there we go. All right. So we got that. So, are we? Any last questions? Anything I need to handle, or should I dive right in?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Then
Daniel's
we'll
giving a
start.
thumbs up.
All right. So, what I need is everybody to go ahead and make a vigor roll.
All these ones.
Yeah, wow. All right.
Wow.
Get him out of the
So,
way now. Get him out of the way now.
That's right.
yeah. So, Daniel, by the way, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Zitic Romani.
Okay. So,
So,
Z-Titch or Z-Kitch?
Z teach. Like,
Got it.
I'm going to teach you how to pronounce my name.
Z-Teach.
Z-Teach. So, Z-Teach,
Yes.
you're very groggy. You wake up and your hands and your body are against a cold surface. You can feel with your hands it's a wooden surface. You feel woozy, but you open your eyes and you see that you're in maybe a cell with 3 other people. And you see you're the first person that begins to kind of move. And you see 3 other people laying there.
Am I bound?
No.
Okay. And I'm assuming, do I have any gear on me? Am I just in clothing?
Just in clothing.
Okay. Do the people in the cell with me look threatening?
No, they look like they're knocked out on the floor. I mean, they look like rough and tumble adventurer kind of people, but you know, they're less conscious than you are.
Dobre dziecię. Nothing? Wake.
Zveta, you hear somebody talking like down a tunnel or something, and you begin to wake up. Zetich, go ahead and make a notice roll.
With a rage. What?
Nice. So how do I send a chat just to one person?
It's /W space
/ or backslash?
// and then space, and then you start typing my name, and it should show you a fill in as blah blah blah. There.
No. You're Daniel P, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be changing it in just a second.
Yeah, it's not. I did the slash and then space.
Okay,
Oh,
try.
slash W space and then the name.
And I'm
There we
Daniel.
go.
I'm just Daniel
Yep, yep,
now.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Got it now. I didn't have the W.
Yeah.
As in whisper, 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 whisper. I'll look across at my comrade that's now awake, and I'll say, do you know where we are?"
So I'm gonna like get kind of startled awake, like, huh, and I'm gonna look around in, untrusting of everyone around me, and ask, where am I? How did I get here? Do any of you remember anything?
Well, right now it's just you and me. Everyone else is still asleep.
Do
But
you
now-
remember any?
I remember nothing. That's why I asked you.
I remember nothing either.
How strong do you look?
Very.
Do you think you could pull these bars open?
I could try.
And Z-Teach is going to back up away from the bars and start trying to poke the other people awake. Gently.
Okay.
So, John, would it be a strength roll for the bars?
Yes, it would be.
All right.
Wow! Oh! You really are strong.
That took a lot out of me. I sit down on the floor.
Are you okay?
I will be fine. I just need time.
And I'll keep moving around. So it looks like the bars are enchanted to be stronger. Interesting. I'll say that. As I'm like shaking the other people awake.
All right.
The other
there-
man, is he awake yet?
So, why don't you, the two of you that are awake, why don't you go ahead and describe yourselves to each other?
Okay. I'm about 6'2". Long black hair. Very muscular. John has likened my character to WWE wrestler China, if you are familiar. So just huge biceps, just really strong.
A lot cuter in the face, though.
Oh yes, better looking in the face.
Oh, you a woman?
I am.
Oh, okay.
But with a very deep voice.
Well, I misunderstood. I thought you said it was for gentlemen. And so yeah, you're good. Okay. So giant strong Amazon. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Were you done? How old do you look?
About 25.
Okay. Z-Teach is about 5'6", 5'7". On the wiry end of things. He is definitely like as you've seen him move around. He's definitely the type that thinks 5 or 6 steps ahead, and you can see him like putting things together. his hands are kind of smooth, like a scholar's hands, not really rough from farming and using them for manual labor, that kind of stuff. But he's got a big smile on his face. He seems likable in a way, but he also the way he's kind of talking to himself as he's pushing people awake, you might peg him either for kind of a naive innocent, or somebody who is playing that role and playing it poorly. And he's dirty blonde hair, which is probably needs to be cut a little bit because it's been a little bit too long since his last haircut. And he's wearing whatever rags we've been dressed in.
Wow. I feel like I should expand on my detail a little bit more. My hands are very rough. Lots of manual labor,
Okay.
as you would expect for someone of her stature.
Does she carry scars, like battle scars, or like working scars?
Really no scars at all.
Okay.
Um,
Because you have to be hit to get scars.
for other reasons.
All right, cool. He'll as he's like moving around the thing, trying to like wake people up without getting too close because he doesn't want to get punched. Zetich will say, "Oh, by the way, my name is Zetich."
I am Elizaveta.
It's a beautiful name. And
Thank
he's
you.
moving about his.
You do notice that she is pretty distrusting and kind of cautious around people.
Understood.
The third person in the cell starts to move. He might have been watching you two to see what you were doing, but he is unusual, to say the least. Maybe 5'10", and he's a wiry build. He has a top knot at the back of his head, and then you can see clearly he's a Cossack with the hair out, only on the top, moved forward and kind of comes down across his eye. He also has the long, wispy kind of beard and goatee mix that a lot of Cossacks wear as fashionable. And you can see that he's got calloused hands, but the fingertips are calloused, but the rest of his hands are smooth, which is kind of unusual. And he moves with a purposeful air with every movement, almost like a dancer. He pushes himself up onto his knees and looks around and says, "Where is this place?"
How precise is his haircut?
Extremely.
So it's not like he needs one or it's been a while. It's very okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, yeah, I don't think you would have ever. You've seen Cossack haircuts, and possibly you've seen a top knot here or there, but never the two together. It's very strange, but it looks very, very purposeful and very trimmed.
The reason I'm asking questions like this, besides the fact that that's something my character does, is notice the details. But that lets me know that you're dedicated to something specific. Like that's important to you. Okay. Awesome. And I will, after moving past the Cossack. So your haircut though is enough like a Cossack that I would recognize it as a Cossack, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll move past the Cossack to give him time to wake up, and push himself up or whatever, and I'll move to the fourth person.
So that person is taking a lot longer to wake up. But when you start to jostle him, he does wake up. Um, he is blonde hair, blue eyes, clean shaven. He's wearing some kind of black armor. And I'm going to post a picture here real quick. He's got um, I'll post a picture as soon as I figure out where I've saved it. So he's it's like a plastic like armor. Really, it's a composite material, but it's not metal. And
I assume I'm not wearing my armor, correct?
you are.
Oh, I am wearing my... Oh.
Yes.
I had asked earlier if we had our gear, but they may have removed my gear for specific reasons.
They
Mm.
they removed your gear. Now, to me, gear is weapons and stuff like that, but your regular clothes and your armor, you're still wearing.
Am I also wearing my armor?
You are.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say I am not wearing my armor because of what my armor is. It would make more sense for me not to have been wearing my armor if they were taking my gear.
Okay.
And I should amend my description in that I am wearing jet black polished armor that is in sections on my body, and it looks very durable, but it also looks very light.
I am also going to amend mine. I'm wearing steel chainmail over my chest, arms, and legs with a polished brass cuirass. No helmet. At the moment. Actually, I think I actually got to read back through my stats here. Correction, I do have a helmet. That's chainmail.
All right then. I will ask out loud again, where are we? Where is this place?
Hey, I'm having a website issue all of a sudden. If I disappear, I apologize.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm feeling better. I managed to pry the bars open.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, oh no, I didn't, did I?
No. So, one more time, I'm gonna write down your name, real quick. What was your
Yes.
character's name?
Elizaveta.
Elisaveta. I'll turn to the Cossack, and I'll put my hand on my chest, and I'll say Zitich, and then I'll point to the lady at my right, and I'll say Elisaveta. And you are?
Orist.
Strange name.
Ukrainian.
Isn't
we
it?
aren't. Yeah, it actually is.
Never mind.
We aren't sure where we are. We woke up the same as you. We do know some things. One, wherever we are, the bars seem to be enchanted. It looks like possibly a dark magic funnel, necromancy, or something from the Chaos Planes.
How long have you been awake?
Probably 20 seconds longer than her.
And how long have you been awake?
Not long after him.
About 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And you have gathered all this information in 6 minutes? Well done.
I would like to use an ability, which is essentially using a power.
Before you do that, I wanted the other gentleman. He
Okay.
touches himself on the chest and he says,
Oh, that's right.
I am Artur.
Artur.
And I finally got it to work. I don't know why it was so difficult, but if you see an image now on the map,
Yes.
he has that on one of his shoulders.
Do I
As a
recognize what that
tattoo
is?
or as a...
No, it's on the armor.
Okay.
And it's that color. Of course, the blue and the yellow are the colors of Ukraine. And the trident is a symbol of Ukraine. It's so.
Can I roll common knowledge to know what that symbol means in this context?
Well, as Ukrainians know, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
You know exactly what that is. And you know that the letters well, I'll explain that later. The letters are very important. So they're to Ukrainian. But it's just like an eagle is for America, or maybe a crown for England.
So
or
it's a
something.
symbol. It's a symbol of pride or of national pride.
Yeah, national identity, huge.
But not necessarily like military rank or special forces.
No, not rank. No.
Which I think is what
Okay.
Chris was.
Yeah.
No.
So I would like to cast Detect Aura as my ley line ability. What it does is it allows me to make a notice roll and check if people have supernatural gear or if they themselves are supernatural. It also lets me see invisible things, magically invisible things, and other things about like the enchanted bars, that kind of stuff.
That's really
Okay.
It's essentially detect magic.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would like to do that. So first I will do a spellcasting test to see if I activate it. Yep. And then I will do a notice test. So with a raise.
With a raise. So as you look around the room, the first thing is that you see basically you're in a box as
Okay.
far as detecting magic, right?
Mhm.
So you don't see it inside your room, but certainly the floor, the ceiling, the walls, the bars, you see a enchantment.
Okay.
Question.
And do you remember what I said in my note before?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you feel that even stronger. You know that and I don't care if I say it out loud or not. Do you want that to be character knowledge, or
No.
should I say it out
No.
loud?
So I should have prefaced this because this is Rifts. As Zizich is using this power, his eyes actually start glowing with the same kind of turquoise of the ley lines. As he moves his hand throughout the room, it looks like he's either casting or looking at something in the room. So it's pretty obvious that he's doing this. I think Mark had a question too.
I did.
I
I
don't know if
just
that's
I just whispered it to John.
Okay.
Because it may influence the outcome of your stuff, but I'm not sure.
If there is a conceal power going on, I also get bonuses against that. But that's up to you in the long
Okay,
run.
so you would notice two trails of magic coming off of me, but leading outside the cell.
Okay. Cool.
And the line stops at when it reaches the wall or a cell. And matter of fact, it's pointing at the bars,
Okay.
but
Are they?
but you can't see it past the bars.
I imagine they're like wispy, like pheromone trails in some video games. Not like threads.
That sounds right-ish.
Okay. I see how Z-Teach is going to see it is going to be personal anyway, so that's
Right,
Awesome.
right.
Awesome. Okay.
The other thing that is very apparent is somebody in the room is glowing brightly, and you can, well, there you go.
You don't have to tell me that. I'm the one casting the spell. Of course I'm glowing brightly. Come on.
I actually thought he's going to tell him that he's glowing brightly. And I was like, nah, he wouldn't do that first session. Yeah, he sure did. That's
No,
awesome.
he didn't. He gave me an actual note. Okay. I'm
That's funny, but yeah, now that you bring it up,
I get what you mean. Okay. Awesome. And that makes sense. What is he wearing? Sorry. I just blah. What is Artur?
Archer? Yeah,
What
it's Ukrainian
Arthur.
for Arthur.
Yeah.
Side question: how do I send whispers again?
/W, and then the name of the person. If it's the GM, it's just /W space GM, and then the message.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. Although you'd have to send it to Draugadin.
No, he can just do GM.
You can send it to GM, and it sends
Oh,
it.
right. Yeah.
So it's
you're
just
right.
/W space GM space.
And then the message. No comma. If you put a comma, it won't send it.
Just put a test, and you'll see if it works. That way you don't.
Right. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
that
yeah.
worked.
Now, for the record, it doesn't have to be necessarily specific, but if you are a type of creature, I would be able to tell that you are not a normal being. So, like, if you're a werewolf or a dragon, I would be able to tell that you're not human. I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that you exactly what you are.
You would be able to tell that I'm not. That I'm something. I look human, but
You're human plus,
yeah.
based on magic.
Yes.
Okay. It's different if it's weird science or psychic or
Tubes, pot and pans.
yeah. Somebody just say take it off.
What's going on at your house?
Yeah, that's what Daniel wants to know.
Yeah.
I went out on that. All right. So, Arthur, he's wearing black composite armor of some type.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Yep. Where it almost looks like plastic, but it's like
Yeah, it's just a composite. It's a lightweight type of armor. You've seen it's common. You've seen it on Men of Arms.
Yep. Cool.
Oris nods to Arthur and says, "Do you remember how we got here?"
No, I don't know. I seem to I don't remember anything happening. I was last I remember was I remember where I was, and I was eating with with my compatriots, and then I woke up here. Maybe I've lost time.
Apparently, we all have.
Boom, 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 boom. You hear heavy footsteps walking. Um, this is, you guys are in the cell here to the right.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Hold on.
let me, how do I get do I have to be on the, how do I get the circle when I tap on the map?
Oh, just
Oh, you have to be on the arrow.
yeah, and then click and hold, and it'll ping.
There you go.
Yep.
You're in here,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and the footsteps are coming from this way.
Okay.
All right. And pretty soon, boo, boo, boo. There you go. You see a guy that looks like this. Go back to the maps and
What is this? A soldier for ants?
there you go. He
Huh.
sees.
We recognize him.
Well, why don't you each make a what kind of roll would that be? A common knowledge roll.
Okay, can I spend a Benny to raise it one? Is that a thing?
No,
Okay.
you can re-roll.
Okay. Got it. Oh, that's... I totally hit the wrong thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a Benny. How do I do that?
You only have 3. Well, drag it out onto the map.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll...
And go ahead and re-roll.
Did I roll exactly the same thing? Yep.
A wild die, though.
You got that wild die. All right. So everybody, anybody had Chris has a raise. All right. Everybody's just normal. So
What number constitutes a raise?
it's doubling the target number. This I
Okay.
thought was an easy target, so your standard target number is a 4.
Hmm.
So you have a raise. So everybody recognizes that this guy is a some reason I don't know. There we go. So everybody recognizes that this is Juicer. And you can see the cables. If you're not familiar with the Juicer, it actually predates Batman, but it's kind of like Bane, where he had the chemicals pumped into his body, and it makes him faster, stronger, heals faster. It's the Monsanto logo, better living through
Mom.
chemicals.
Oh, set it down. I'll look at it. Sorry.
And so yeah, they tend to be very flamboyant. And the other thing is that there's a potential for they can have some problems.
And is he actually armed? Or is
Yes.
he... Okay.
Yes, he's armed.
Can we see what he's armed with? I mean, is it just the weapons in the picture?
Just the picture.
Okay.
So I'm interpreting correctly. This is a pistol, like an actual pistol, And a vibroblade?
Yes.
Okay.
So he comes up. He sees you guys are. He sees you guys are awake, and he reaches out and kind of slaps the bars, and he's trying not to be seen, but you see when he touches the bars, he flinches his hand back off it. And
Is there any chance I can grab his hand when he makes contact?
only if you'd been standing against the bars.
Okay.
So he says, "Oh, so you're awake? Ah, ha, ha. You are going to be fun. You're going to be my playthings." Has anybody explained the tournament to you yet?
What tournament?
Oh, you don't know. You're the animals we get to toy with. We're going to find out who's the best juicer. This guy has sent out an advertisement, and all the juicers have come here, and we're going to find out who's the best. And the best one's going to get a huge reward. And that's me. I'm the Widowmaker. And I don't know how he did it. I just know he goes out and he gets his playthings, and they become things for us to fight in the arena. I look forward to seeing you. If you make it to me,
And
I'm in the top tier.
And when we beat you and win this tournament, what do we get?
None of the pets survive. But I like your positive thinking. Go ahead. Keep thinking positive. That
And
prize
when-
will be mine.
When does this tournament start?
Start 2 weeks ago.
When is our round?
I don't run the rules. I don't know.
So if this is to be our last, do you feel like being generous and helping us?
Help you? Risk my place in the tournament? Why would I do that?
No. So that we get to you in the tournament and you have the glory of beating us.
Only glory. There's no glory in killing pets. You're scoundrels. The only glory is beating other juicers. This is a juicer tournament. You're just obstacles.
Well, so who is your biggest challenge?
No one. I'm the Widowmaker. There is
No
no
one?
challenge. This
So you
prize
won-
is mine.
You won last year?
First time for this tournament. It's about time, I think.
Who won last year?
There was no
It's the-
last year.
First
No?
time for the
Oh,
tournament.
First time for the tournament.
I thought he said his first time. Got it.
What are the conditions of the tournament? Do we get our weapons? Is this a fair fight?
I don't know. Ask someone who runs this place. I just show up and I fight. I see the pets with weapons sometimes.
And who is this person that collected us?
You'll meet him soon enough. I'll let him introduce himself.
Are you married?
You're asking Widowmaker?
Mm-hmm.
Am I married? Is there any juicer married? I'm married to the juice, man.
I just wanted to know who to send your regards to after you die.
So generous. Thanks. He starts to walk off. He walks up the stairs at the end of the picture there. And he lifts that gate and walks out. You can hear a roar when he walks out. And you can hear some stamping, like people are stamping on the floors above you.
I will say to Veta, Did you do anything to those bars?
I couldn't touch them. I tried to break them, but all they did was drain my strength.
They're enchanted, I believe. Enchanted to not only be strong, but to zap the will of those attempting to break out.
Are there any loose metal objects in this cell?
There are not. Although, maybe. You can look.
Is there? Yeah, I'd like to look around. Is there any
Sure,
kind of
make
plumbing?
a notice roll.
Okay. I gotta find my character sheet. Hold on. There we go. Notice roll.
Z-Teach, you said this box encases us?
Yes.
You're not sure where your hand is.
Above, below, it looks like they've done a very good job of making it a nice little rat cage. It's strange, but Zeke says this with a smile.
Do you know of any weaknesses that this magic has?
Zeke stopped. He's about to say something and stops and goes, "Huh. Let me think about that." And he'll sit down, like right where he's right in the middle of the bar, and he'll put conscious effort into thinking through this problem to see if he's heard of anything like this before or seen anything like this before. I was hoping maybe an occult roll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
With a raise.
There we go. Okay.
What does that mean with a raise?
So if the target number is usually a 4 and it's usually a 4, if you roll an 8 or above, you get 1
Oh,
raise.
you're
If
just
you roll
assuming
12,
it's a target 4.
Yes. So
Got it.
unless he says otherwise, I'm gonna assume a target 4, and it's just easier on him, I think.
Yeah.
It is.
To make that assumption.
Got it.
How do I make it? Oh, there. Awesome. I'm still learning the zooms.
We started using it for the podcast because it's not as temperamental as Discord.
That makes sense. You know me, I don't like being late. But I'm
We
glad
still
that
love
I
you.
scheduled it so that we can make it work in the future.
Can we reach our hands through the bars, or is it a solid box like it would stop us, the magic?
Nobody's tried.
I get up and try and put my hand through the bars.
Um,
Oh, wrong game.
let me
Nice.
see.
Nice.
I'm trying to decide what would happen because the truth is I didn't think that one through. Yeah, you can stick your hand through the bar.
I don't know what that means or how that would change things, but it's good to know, I guess.
Well, as I watch you do this, I will say, help me search the cage for something metal.
Well, the bars for one.
Loose metal.
Um,
And
would that be a
The
roll
bars-
of some sort?
The
I
bars
noticed.
for one.
a notice roll.
Well, if you're looking for metal, there's metal right here. I don't know.
Yeah, I know who the brains of the group are going to be.
I don't know your skill set.
Yes, it would be a notice roll because I rolled double ones on my notice roll.
I will roll a notice roll.
I don't know.
You did twice as good as me.
Yeah, you guys aren't seeing anything.
No. Nothing.
Did I figure out anything about the magic of this cell? If there's
Yes, I'm sorry. I got distracted. That's my
You're good.
excuse. Well, what you saw before. Just a second. All right. I didn't want to cough into the microphone there. So, if it's something unique, do you want me to type it to you or tell you out loud?
Just tell me out loud. You're good.
In addition to what you told before that it was dark magic, you actually have refined it. You can tell it's necromantic magic.
Okay.
And that's part of the reason why it's draining you when you touch it.
And I will share that information with the group. I haven't actually seen anything like this, but the way that it is cutting off the outside world, I don't even think some of my more esoteric abilities would be able to pass through this cage. But I could always try. Might mean that I die.
Let's not have you die yet. Can you help me search the room and see if there's anything metal here? We have not been able to find anything.
So you hear footsteps again.
I'm going to, as we're hearing footsteps, I'm going to walk over and poke at the armor that's on the call stack and see what it's made of.
He's kind of surprised. Oh, wait, that's Mark.
Yeah, no, that's me.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll let Mark.
It's you've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, I know, but it's a bunch of strands of something tied together, right?
No, it's actually you don't see.
I thought you said it was bits of things.
No, I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. You know how, like, think of an armored ant.
Okay.
But it's smooth, polished, whatever it is.
Does it feel like metal? Does it feel like
it feels like
composite?
metal. It feels like metal, but it obviously can't be. Otherwise,
it would seem that you have metal, but there's nothing else in here. There's not even a toilet.
And isn't that inconsiderate?
I imagine they don't care how filthy they are. I imagine they don't care how filthy we are when they kill us.
I would like to see if I can put my armor between the bars.
Your armor?
Yeah, to start with the hand and go up the arm piece. I mean, I don't want to, like, try and pry the bars apart, per se.
Because your armor's enchanted and you want to see if the magic holds.
No.
Oh. Starting to think I should have said no to the can you stick your arm through.
We're going to put all our body parts through.
Mark puts his arm off and the guy that was walking up chops it off. He pulls back a stump.
That's when I have to tell your poor character, yeah, I know you think so, but it's not really that long. So, yes, you can stick it through. And so long as you're not touching the bar, you feel fine.
Okay. All right. As long as I do not touch the bars, I feel fine. If I will briefly let the armor touch the two bars. if it just touches, does it hurt or do something?
You just feel weak.
Okay.
You feel like just suddenly, and if you leave it long enough, it feels like you're like you
it's
slept on your
asleep.
arm and it went to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah. All tingly. He'll shake his arm out.
Oris, what did you say your armor was made of? Or did you not?
I did not say.
Oh, okay.
So right about then,
Yeah.
you see this guy come up. He's in dark clothing. He's got long, loose-fitting pants. Not quite bell bottoms, but they're loose over his legs, and you can see he's got some dark, standard, some kind of boot on. He's got a top that's kind of loose and tunic, and the sleeves open up, almost kind of. They're probably 6 inches. Like if he held his made a cross with his arms, his sleeves would probably be 6 to 8 inches underneath his hand because they're open, and they're black, and they've got a red intricate weave on them, and he's got a hood up, and then some kind of veil. You can't see his face, and
does not look like a juicer.
does not look like a juicer, no. And I apologize, I don't have a picture of him. And he and gloves, so you don't see any skin. Would be one thing you notice. You also notice no weapons, not a lot of ornamentation, and he looks and he says, "I'm glad you're awake. In a very short time, your cell door will open. You will make your way down the hallway. If you survive 4 fights, I will release you, or you can stay and fight for the prize. I will give you your choice, but I need you to survive those 4 fights."
Where
Do you
are weapons?
He points across. Had you rolled anything but a 1 or 2, I would have had you notice your weapons across the hall from you.
Mm-hmm.
He points behind him at the other cell, and each of you recognize your gear sitting there in that cell.
And I
All of it?
assume, yeah.
Well, you're looking across the hallway, Chris. So you see a pack. You see
Yeah.
you see a hammer with a 3-foot thing and leather all over the metal part of the hammer.
Right.
And I assume you are the one that collected us. What is your name?
My name? I am Zavili.
And you are the one that collected us?
It was through my agents. Just in case anybody wanted to know how to spell that.
Yeah, thank you. I totally spelled it differently.
What information can you give us, Zavili? Do you know who we're fighting? What weapons they're using?
I do, and I wish you luck. And he starts to walk away. And he doesn't. He walks back the way he came. Hey, Daniel, make a notice roll. Okay. Easy for you to notice. The glow is gone from the bars in front of you, and yeah, you see it still on the floor of the walls, the ceiling.
Interesting. So, and he has opened the gate, or he has not opened the gate?
The gate didn't move by itself. You also notice that um, if you draw a line from here to here, does everybody see that? Here to
Mm-hmm.
here,
I'm
right?
sorry, from here to here
Oh,
Oh,
no to
that's
here.
cool.
to there.
Straight
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
It's instead of the arrow, you go to the one that looks like a circle with a pen in it. I
It's
guess.
like an upside down cube.
Yeah, it's like an upside down cube, and then you drag.
That's cool.
Yeah, right there.
I think if you hold down Control or Shift, it'll
Shift.
stay
It'll
there.
stay there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So right there, Daniel,
Yes.
you see that um, that kind of glow aura. The hallway is glowing with like a wall of that aura right at that spot.
Okay. I'll make note of that.
You can make
And
that go away, Mark.
the gentleman, is he still standing there?
No, he left.
Okay. It appears that they have moved our wall.
I'll try the door. Does it open?
Easily.
Okay. I'll walk across. Can I get to my weapons?
You can. It's all there.
I also get up and get my gear.
Okay.
I'll walk over. Okay.
You hear Orist audibly say something in a language that you don't understand that sounds like Chickshaw.
Is that the talking stick? You have it, so you get to talk. That's awesome.
Are you asking me, Daniel?
Yeah, I was asking you.
I was waiting for everybody to quit, and I was going to talk. You see, Archer, his weapon looks just like this, and so for
Mr.
so you
Captain
know,
Ukraine over here.
so you know, if you can see the, I don't know if you can see in
Oh,
the
wow.
camera. You see the trident symbol
Yeah.
in the mace.
Yeah.
Yeah, this the mace is a symbol of power. When a new president is elected, he'll go on tour. Everybody hands him maces. Whenever you become president of Ukraine, you must have like 400 of these sitting at home, because they get gifted to you. And when he's when he takes his oath of office, the president of Ukraine actually holds one of these, and he's got like this. You see a lot of European guys have that like plates kind of necklace thing, and they all have meaning. But anyway, so you guys recognize that Archer's holding another symbol of Ukraine.
You recognize that he must be the president of the Ukraine.
No. It has nothing necessarily to do with the president. It just is. It's just a symbol of power.
As you guys cross over the field, Zitish is going to walk more slowly, making sure he knows exactly where that wall is.
Okay.
And then he will walk over, and there's a large suit of encapsulated high-tech armor laying on the ground with a bunch of medals and stuff hanging from it, amulets hanging from it. There's like a poncho of woven fabric that's over the head and covers most of the body. This intricate-looking gas mask, and it's laying on the floor. And he walks over to it and places one finger on its chest, and you can see power run down his arm into his finger, and it opens up like Iron Man, and he lays down inside of it, and it closes up, and then he sits up
It's awesome.
and grabs a very small pistol and puts it in the holster and pushes himself up.
And
I grab my
he's-
gear and I have a big satchel on my side, and I reach over and grab my hammer, and the hammer's handle extends about 3 feet magically.
Oh wow.
And you see Orist lean down and pick up two blades, a wakizashi and a katana. And Daniel, you think they might actually be alive.
I'm guessing that they are what the lines are drawing to.
Correct.
Um,
And they
those
are
are
extremely bright.
those are very thin blades.
Yes, they are.
I should also note, because Daniel can probably see it, my hammer is glowing and magic, and it is quite large.
Awesome. Awesome.
You see that in several places all over him. Her.
Yeah.
Her.
All over
Okay.
me, my armor, everything.
So you guys can feel, once you pick up your things, you can feel the walls in the room. The walls don't move, but like that field starts to move, and it kind of forces you to back out of that cell.
It starts to feel really uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now you're standing in the hallway, unless, of course, you want to try to fight it or something. And then that wall that was blocking the hallway starts pushing you towards that grate.
Did I have time to pick up my last two weapons?
You picked up everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you have everything.
Okay.
You only get the wakizashi. Move on.
So, you're standing on the stairs at this point, and is there any particular order you'd like to go through the grate?
I say to Sveta, after you.
So kind. As I take the lead.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm going to be third from the back.
From the back?
Or third from the front. Third from the back.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, then I'll be the last one.
No. What? Third from the front, and because there's four of us.
Right.
There's four of us. Yes, absolutely. Because I'm
Okay.
not going first. Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought. I figured you want to be the last one.
I keep forgetting there's four of us.
Yes.
So you can't go any more forward, but you can rearrange your characters. You should be able to do that, I would think.
Oh, there we go. And John, I'm gonna take the rifle off my back, and I've got my holster at my hip.
Okay.
So I don't have the swords out. I have the rifle out.
Are we playing each square as an inch?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
And-
most of you have a pace of 5 or 6.
Yes, I believe so.
I don't know what my pace is.
New York City. Sorry, pace.
How do I know my... Oh, yeah, 6.
Pace is 6.
Did you see my question?
No. Yes.
Okay.
10?
Yeah. Yeah, 10.
Okay. You should be able to drag yourself, Chris,
Oh, okay.
unless you want to just stay there.
Can we see what weapons they all have?
Yeah. So let me zoom in here. So, Juicer 1, I can actually, let me go to the map layer here. Go to my art. Go to my library. I will show you, here is a picture Drag it out here. Okay. Here is a picture of juicer number 1.
Okay.
He's got a
Since-
big chainsaw.
Do we know what kind of damage any of these do?
I don't think I'd want to be stuck with a chainsaw, but
Unless it's an SDC chainsaw, but I don't think we'll be that lucky.
Yeah. So
that's
no,
what I
I'm not
assumed.
going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you the damage. Hey, it looks scary.
All right.
All right. So that's juicer number 1.
Juicer number 1's the only one that has a title, by the way.
Aren't they labeled 1, 2, 3, 4?
Negative.
No.
Really?
Just
They are on
Juicer
my
1.
screen.
Juicer 1 is the only one that's a token that I think
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
they're on the other layer.
They might be on the layer, or you might have to make it so that we can move them. Like if you make them movable by us, then we can see the names.
Oh, okay. Let me post this guy while I'm on the map layer. Here's the other guy. That's juicer 2. The others, all juicers kind of look alike. So
It's racist. Classist.
all right. Let me. Oh, okay. I see.
So this is actually a legit question. Do they all have ranged weapons and melee weapons, or is it
That's a good question.
just the second one?
You don't see a ranged weapon on the chainsaw.
Right.
Can you see the names on 4 of them now?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
1, 3, 2, 4.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have it listed as controlled by players. So
So 1 has a
I-
chainsaw, 2 has pistols.
3 has a sword, a shield. Maybe he has something holstered. 4 has a big rifle.
Okay.
And you can see the handles of something sticking up behind his back.
Okay. And then my only other questions I have are the 2 things that look kind of like semi-covered nipples. Are those columns, or what are those?
Giant columns.
Giant columns. Okay.
Semi-covered nipples.
Got it.
Okay.
So I
So
guess
right.
Right there.
Are we ready?
Yes.
gentlemen
Yes.
call your targets.
Okay. Stop moving. Oh, right. Oh, right. I forgot what I was doing. There we go.
Oh. I was happy with where it was before.
Yeah, I got moved too.
Well, yeah, but I dealt you cards. I couldn't go with what that was.
This is awesome. That's awesome. That solved the entire problem of what you and I were talking about earlier when we were going through this, John. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool?
Okay.
And the reason I had to re-roll is I had manually changed. Do you see I pulled a card out on the deck?
Mm-hmm.
I can pull that card up and overlay it over any of these.
Oh, cool.
And so there are edges that allow you to draw multiple cards, and so that's how I'll do it. And if multiple people have that, we'll do it one by one. So I'll draw the card on top of the deck like this, and you'll pick which one you want. And then I can overlay it. So, alrighty. So, Sveta.
All right. I'm gonna pull out a longbow, and I'm gonna aim at the guy that has the 2 pistols.
Okay.
And,
Number 2.
yeah. And I'm gonna draw my bow back while whispering into the arrow. I infuse you with the power of Svarog's steel, which would imbue it with 2d6 more damage.
How? That's awesome.
Okay, so since this is our first combat, I wanted to go over the rules. So you're going to perform actions when your action card comes up. Sveta has the Queen of Clubs, and so her action has come up. You can move. You can perform one regular action at any point in the movement, attacking, casting a spell, and so on without penalty. There's a lot of things you can do. Now, movement, you can run, right? And that increases your pace. And of course, if you run, then all your other actions are going to have a -2 penalty. Now, jumping, you can. We'll come across that when we need to. So a normal action is an attack. So you can move and you can attack. There's melee attacks, there's ranged attacks. And your weapons are going to have a list, right? So if you look, and if you've copied that down right out of the book, you'll see something like 5, 10, 20, right?
For the range?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so count the number of squares between you and the target.
Okay.
And it's literally so for Zveta, you can see to the range is 16 inches.
So that would put in.
Whoa, you got this to do inches, dude. That's freaking
that is really
awesome.
cool. Can I take one step forward so I'm 15 inches?
I can show you that in the settings, Mark.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So, yes, because you can move and take an action.
All right. Because that puts me in short range.
Yeah.
Which I imagine is some difference in the dice.
Yeah, so medium is a -2, long range is a -4, extreme is -8.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the rate of your bow, I'm assuming, is 1?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the basics of combat, of taking actions. So now you would roll a shooting roll.
I gotta scroll up. Yikes.
And you've missed.
Penny. Excuse me, coughing. Horrible.
And you hear laughter from the crowd, and it's the first time that you realize that the stands are full of people. And you can tell that these are mostly villagers and farmers, and there's doesn't look to be anybody of any means or any upper crust. And also of note, you don't see anybody that looks like they might be working for or actually are any of the warlords.
How often do I get bennies? Like, are these like too good to ever use kind of things?
You know, it kind of depends on you. Again, it's going to depend. Roll a 34 on a 6-sided again. I'm going to give you a Benny. Role playing moments, just amazing role playing moments. And again, it does not have to be a hindrance, but if you're actually role playing a hindrance, then the fact that you took this negative thing and you're including that as part of your character, I mean, that kind of is a way to shine.
All right.
So in a way, it depends on you. I mean, if you're, if you're Patrick Stewart, I'd probably be handing you a Benny every 10 minutes.
I'll for the sake of experimentation, I'll spend it
Okay.
to reroll.
Do we get them per session, or is this long game?
You'll start with
Just 'cause,
why? Oh, there we go. Go there.
those arrows are kind of rare, and I don't like wasting it.
Yeah, you will. You'll start with 3 at every session.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. That's a bit better.
Okay, so you hit.
Yeah.
So you hit Juicer 2. The next thing we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
So how much damage does that do?
So the bow does 2d6, and the steel spell's one of the strongest ones she can do, which adds another 2d6.
Okay. So, do you have that lined up on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just wanted to make sure you rolled your wild die, because if it doesn't, then we can just roll a 6-sided.
So I have it lined up to shoot the bow. We'd have to roll the arrow separately, I guess.
Okay, so then roll what, 46? Is that what you said?
Yeah, total.
Yeah, roll 46 and then immediately roll a d6.
Okay. So here's the 4d6, which was crap, and then a d6.
Okay, so you've hit him. You hit him square in the armor, and you can see the arrow just kind of deflect right off, and he kind of sticks out his chest and laughs.
Why did it deflect if I hit him?
You hit him because you rolled whatever you needed for hitting.
Yeah.
What was that? The 4?
Did
No,
he
that's
absorb it
not
with
you.
his toughness?
Right. You didn't exceed his toughness
Oh,
with your
okay.
damage roll.
Okay.
Right. And toughness is and the target number is a combination of his toughness and his armor.
Okay. I just needed to clarify because, like, if it was an MDC issue, my arrows are MDC.
Yeah. No. I know that. So you know that his toughness plus armor, for those of you taking notes at home, his toughness plus armor is higher than 8. And you also know, because an arrow bounced off, that it is MDC. So, Shinkansen, Bullet Train.
He announces to the 4 juicers, "My name is Orest Wasalu, and you are the most dishonorable of men. On my honor, you, Widowmaker, and Zavile will die for your dishonors today." And I step forward to here and quickly draw a bead on 4, and I will fire at him with my plasma rifle.
Ooh.
As soon as I find my character sheet.
You're 14 squares away?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
well under minimum. Minimum's
Awesome.
like 25.
Okay.
So then I just need to roll a shooting roll. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have lots of dumb questions like this.
No, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I need to learn because I know nothing about this game system.
Does it seem like it will hit him?
You were
What's
shooting
that?
at 4?
I-
He was asking if it would hit him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had rolled.
Yes.
Yes, you hit him.
Okay. So then...
By the way, look at your bennies.
Oh, thank you.
So, since we're in the explained version of playing,
Yes.
it was traditional for samurai back during the Duka period to, before a battle, stand out, introduce themselves, and explain all their great deeds. And that could sometimes go on for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I skipped that part. But
That's awesome.
And
but I have now publicly declared, by my honor, that not only these juicers will die, but Widowmaker will die, and the guy who kidnapped us will die.
So noted. And take a Benny.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
So dark and serious.
Why so serious?
That's what
awesome.
ZT says as he looks over.
Okay, so there's that. So damage.
God dang.
How do I know if they need to explode or not, or did it do it automatically?
Oh, it did it automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you hold your mouse over the number, it like tells you the stats, like the 12 exploded.
Oh, like the 12 exploded. Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah. So you rolled it.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So that's what. So it's 3d12 plus 3. So you roll. So the first die was a 12. You
12.
re-rolled to a 5.
Right. Got it.
Right.
Plus the
So
11
that's
plus
17, and then
Yep.
you rolled an 11 and an 11, and then you added 3.
11. Got it.
So yeah, that's pretty phenomenal. So here's how damage works. Okay.
Yes.
So you need a target number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you the target number for these guys is 12. So
is that raised by 3?
So if we don't hit a 12, we do not hit them.
well, you
No, for
hit
damage.
and then you have to damage them, right?
But
So
okay.
So we
Right.
don't damage them unless we get 12 or more.
that's correct. So let's say you had rolled anywhere from 12 to 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would happen is he would be shaken. Okay,
Not stirred.
right. And so shaken characters are nicked, bruised, otherwise rattled. They can only take free actions such as moving, for instance. Okay, so a shaken character cannot attack.
Okay.
Now, let's say that you had shaken him, and maybe he moves up, and then it comes your turn again, and you again shoot him, and all you do is you shake him again.
Mhm.
Well, if you apply a shaken effect to somebody who's already shaken, they take 1 wound.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what has happened? Every raise on the damage roll inflicts a wound. Right.
Okay. Right.
So you got the 12, and then you rolled 2 more 12s.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
you shook him and did 2 wounds.
And how many wounds does a person normally have?
3.
Oh, okay. Great.
Actually, let me correct myself. A wild card has 3. There are edges you can take that grant you more wounds. An extra always has 1 wound.
Great. And in that case, I will shout, "Shine!" And then I raise my rifle and called shot to his head.
Next turn.
No. This turn. With
How
my,
are you taking another action?
My edge that turns a 1 rate of weapon, ranged weapon into, I can do 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
2 attacks.
Just a second.
I'm
wait.
trying to find it. Hold on. It is the...
No. I got you. I remember that one.
Okay.
I'm trying to. There was something I could do here, Daniel. That. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, never mind. I got it. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Rapid fire. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
So you've hit.
And then... Why does it keep scrolling me up in the chat? There we go.
How did the wild die explode and it's a 5?
Maybe it's a 6 plus minus 1?
Why is it -1?
Oh, no. 6
No,
plus
it
1
was-
is 7 minus... No, it was a positive 1. But then it's got a -2 modifier for some reason. I don't know why. It's like the 5th die over is a -2.
Is it taking wound damage?
That's what it looks like. What? You're not wounded, right?
Uh-uh. Is it because I did
Why?
the called shot? But I didn't tell it I was doing a called shot.
It hurt you.
Well, and I get to ignore 2 points of penalties for called shots anyways.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah,
it did that.
Your other side did too. You got a 7 plus minus 2.
Yeah, that's weird.
All of Mark's stuff is at -2. All of his rolls.
the top one wasn't.
The Ores Shikasen, the 6 and -1 was.
Oh, it is.
Yep, you go up to his notice roll was, his common knowledge was.
Oh, it says you're encumbered. It says right on there, you're encumbered.
You carrying too much stuff there, Mark? You have 15 weapons and your armor
I should.
and a strength of 4.
Well, my strength is normal. Die 6.
It might be die 6, but you might have some speeder on.
It would show your weight limit and your
Where does it show the weight limit?
under your parry and toughness. There's load.
Oh, it says my limit's 40 and carried is 67. What did I do? I probably
you're
have this.
over-encumbered.
I probably have. So that's fine, I guess. There's supposed to be a bunch of stuff in satchels. Oh, it's my bullets. It's my extra bullets. That's all of it, which is supposed to be in my saddlebags. How do I do that?
Just put that to 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Then I should be under at that
I was
point.
gonna say, or RP wise, you could just drop it or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We'll just ignore it. You hit him,
Okay. Great.
and we'll see next time you roll out. It shouldn't be there.
So, is there anything special I do for damage for called shots, or no?
Just a second.
Sorry, I'm testing you.
Yeah, load. You're 3 pounds under. You should be good now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. Please don't make me look this up.
I'm gonna be off mic for like 5 minutes.
Okay, so a head is -4, and you say you ignore -2.
Correct.
Okay, so just so that was a -2
To my
then, and it
two.
did a -2, and you hit.
Okay,
you-
great.
So yeah, so you've hit.
Okay. And then does that do anything to the damage?
Hitting the head or the vital organs of living creatures add +4 damage to the attacker's total.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So you got,
If it's 12, then
yeah. So you've hit, but you didn't get a raise.
right.
Right. But
Plus-
yeah, you did, because we got to add 4.
Oh, correct.
4 to the damage. So
Oh,
which
I
makes
see.
it 25. So it is a raise.
Yes.
However, even without a raise, you have. He is down.
And his head explodes like a pumpkin, even though it's a plasma rifle.
It does. It makes the crowd is on their feet. They're stomping and clapping, cheering. They're happy about that. Great show.
And
All
to
right.
teach. is off for prayers. He'll be back momentarily.
I'm here.
Oh, I didn't see you come back.
Yep. I actually changed my view so I can see all 4 of you because it was bothering me. I could only see 3 of you at a time. Yeah, that's creepy and hyper violent.
That's awesome.
Whoop.
You there?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is it my turn?
That's how I do it.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. Zetich will form a complicated maneuver with his hands, and he'll be whispering archaic sounds in Ukrainian, and he'll take a bunch of his inner essence and mana, and he'll pull it from around him, and then push it out to the 3 of you. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to cast deflection on the 3 of you.
I appreciate it. That's awesome.
So he will make a spellcasting roll. With 2 raises. 3, 4, 5.
So you needed a 4 to succeed casting the spell, and so 3 raises.
Okay, so it is
Oh wait, 2 raises, right?
2 raises. 2 raises.
Yeah.
1 raise is all that really matters. I'm sorry, I'm calculating points.
Did you see my question to you?
Oh.
At what point do I care about that? 100 miles, 10 miles, 1 mile,
So
100 feet?
unless there's something blocking my view right now, like my senses right now, I would feel it, and I'd be able to feel for how close it is. But unless I'm like within a stone's throw, it doesn't really make a difference.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Um,
And you can sense now that you're
out here.
you can sense there's one about 10 miles away.
Okay. I spend 5 power points, and now each of you, well, actually it's for you, John, when attacking any of the 3 of them, the attacks will all suffer a -4.
Okay.
As the 3 of your bodies kind of, and now there's like a hazy area that kind of looks like what you are, but it's like shaking. It's essentially displacement. So you guys they're not sure exactly where you are.
Okay. So it's not a physical block, it just makes it harder to see.
Yes, and it's important because some of my other spells don't stack with armor, and I don't know what their armor does or looks like, but this penalizes the attacker, so it actually does kind of stack.
Okay, I got it. I
But
understand.
it's a -4, and I have 5 rounds, and so I will be counting that down.
Okay, thank you. There's
And this is deflection?
This is deflection.
it seems to me something for us to figure out for next time is I bet you there's a way to do a countdown on here.
There is kind of, and I'm doing that kind of on myself because it's easy. Wait, am I? Oh yeah, there it is. For the different spells I have cast, I figure I was gonna do this, boop, and then just count down for the spells I have on encounter. But yeah, so that's a
Okay, no, that works. That's awesome. Yeah, great idea.
-4. For
You said you would do
Y.
what?
Oh.
Look at his token.
If you click on your token, there's a button directly underneath.
It's a magnifying glass. If you
Oh, I see it.
And then if you hover over whatever it is, like if you're asleep for 3 rounds or whatever, you hover over the sleepy one and press 3, it'll drop it on there. And then to delete it, you just go back in there and erase it. So you can use that for a bunch of different stuff as long as you remember what it is. So I have an index card with the spell and what it is, -4 attack to you guys, and then I have blue on there so that I know the blue dot is deflection because I'm going to be casting spells this entire time. I'm also going to move there.
Okay.
How do I get rid of the dot now that it's there? Nope, that's not it.
Like that. Just go in
Oh,
and
you
click
just
the,
click it again. I see.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm done. Thank you.
All right. I do realize that I forgot to do one thing. I actually did want to do this. And
What is this? What am I supposed to be
I
saying?
added Archer to the turn order.
Oh,
Just so it's different than
Got
when
it.
I'm doing the bad guys.
got it.
And I'll just assume he's going to go simultaneous with the bad guys. And so all right. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now, you see the juicers when they get ready to move, you can see like the fluids moving through those is what you assume is happening through those pipes,
Mhm.
and they're going ahead and pumping themselves up, and whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. That button. And they move inhumanly fast.
I see that.
Okay. Whoop. Did that again. Oh, I'm playing 40K. I'm going to move everything and then go to the shooting phase. All right, so just
I laugh because I understand that.
all right. So I'm moving toy soldiers, right? All right. So the juicer with the chainsaw. He swings. He hits Archer right across the chest with the thing. Ring! And he you could see Archer kind of takes the blow, and but doesn't appear to be hurt. The other guy runs up, and as he's running up, Juicer 3, as he's running up, you can see he puts his sword up and he pulls out 2 pistols, and he's shooting at Sveta.
Okay. So let me know what I need to do.
Just
Nothing
hope
yet.
you don't take an arrow through the esophagus.
Yeah, don't do that. That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Love you, Daniel.
Okay. So he hits you, and
Is he in range to hit me?
yeah, he's
Oh
shooting
yeah,
at
it's
you.
pistols, right? Okay.
And he rolls an 11. And so what's your toughness?
With the stuff, it's 15.
Okay, so you can see that it's like a laser, two laser pistol things, some kind of energy beams are coming out, and you can see they just kind of they deflect. The light deflects off your armor, and just makes it pretty for a moment. And so the is there a way to like?
Yes. What you do is you hold shift, I believe, when you get to each section. Like you drag shift. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it control? How do I do this? Shift. And then. Nope, that stopped. So there is a way to do this. Is it alt?
Oh, maybe you just do multiple ones.
There's a way that you can get it to actually continue to bend.
Oh well, okay. So
Daniel would
that's
know, but he's not here.
that's 2, 10. Okay. Let me go back to this. All right, you're making my. All right. So he comes up here and he's going to shoot you. He hits you.
12.
And the bullets bounce off. He rolled a 10.
Yay.
Okay. So that's everybody. Except, Juicer 4.
He falls over, finally. That's his movement action, right?
Yeah,
Oh, there he is. I was like, where did Zetich go on the screen? he's down in the corner.
Yeah.
all right. I'm
All
glad
right.
this happened in the
Is that a Joker?
that is a Joker.
The red Joker.
So what happens when you get a Joker? And I don't know that the color matters. At least here to the rules, I don't see that it matters. So characters with a Joker act whenever they want in the round, even interrupting another player's action. They also add +2 to all trait and damage rolls this round.
Nice.
And when you get a Joker, we shuffle the deck.
Huh.
So if it's a Vegas thing, it just means that cards like the Ace of Clubs is now back in the deck,
Got it.
Yeah.
right? Because we'll shuffle now that there's the Joker being delayed.
What was the trait bonus that they give?
+2.
Ah. Cool.
So
So when does Archer want to go?
I think because a guy bounced a chainsaw off his chest, he probably wants to go right now.
You would think, yeah.
So he is going to hit with a 7. He's going to do and he's going to shake the guy.
So the straight up -4, is that just like a penalty to the roll? Does that show up on your side?
What -4?
The -4 for deflection that they all have. To all of your attacks.
I actually forgot.
Oh.
I was missing anyway.
Okay.
Or hitting. I'm trying to find a good picture here for shaken. Maybe we'll do the wavy lines. The wavy lines mean shaken. Oh, wait a minute. +4 damage, right? Because of the Joker? Or +2? +2
Yeah.
would make it... Oh, no. He's not going to raise. Okay. So, Juicer 1 is shaken. So...
And shaken is just a temporary stun that it can't attack next move, right?
Well, yeah. In his following turn, he will make a vigor roll to see if he can recover.
Okay.
So... I guess we'll go in order. So, Juice 2, while he runs up, he tosses the rifle aside, and from behind him, he pulls out like this big Scottish claymore-looking thing,
Okay.
and swings that at you, Mark.
Okay, so he's got a -4. And then does parry happen once he hits?
That's a good question. Let's look up parry.
Okay.
Now you have that because you have a edge.
2 edges.
Let me look up.
3.
Fortunately,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes 3, but 2 right now.
okay. 66. Huh. So the edge says, is this the edge? This is gear.
No, yeah, that's on gear. The edge just gives me, each one of the edges gives me +2 to my parry.
So I'm trying to see what it does for you, and I'm looking in the index, and it says page 10, 66, and 93. So let me look at 10. 10's probably the edge. Parry is equal to 2 plus half your character's fighting die type. This is the target number to hit your character in hand-to-hand combat.
Parry is?
Yeah, so for instance, fighting D12 plus 1 grants a parry of 8, while fighting
Right.
D12 plus 2 results in a parry of 9.
Okay. So I guess
So it's
you
probably
need
on your character sheet.
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay, so that's your target number.
Okay.
Instead of 4, or
Got it.
whatever.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
There we go.
So this is awesome. We're getting all kinds of things here. A couple sessions, we'll know this stuff backwards and forwards soon. Okay, so what has happened is he has rolled a critical failure. And I'm trying to remember where that is. Probably in the dice rolling section. Page 88. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he threw the rifle. He was drawing his sword.
What?
He threw the rifle down instead of to the side. The sling on the rifle got caught in his foot, tripped him, and he fell flat on his face right in front of you. And he is currently laying prone, and we'll call that prone, and in front of you.
Okay.
And so Juicer 3. He puts his pistols up as he runs up, and he's going to swing a sword at you.
How dare he?
At a minus
Now
4.
you have fighting, yes?
Yes.
What's your parry on your character sheet?
9.
Okay.
Plus 4.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
plus
plus
4.
minus 4. Yeah. So the guy rolled a 4, and so he's obviously missed.
Hmm.
So next is Bullet Train.
Okay. I will put the rifle on my back and pull out the swords. Actually, I'll pull out
Can't
both
wait to see
swords.
this.
Fine. So I have a question for you. Multiple questions, actually. I've been thinking about this. First off, because I can do multiple attacks, can I attack, move, and attack again? Or does it have to be attack, move, or attack, move, or move,
That's
attack,
a really
attack?
good question. An edge allows you to do that?
Yes, 2 of
What-
them.
What's the wording of the edge? Because I know, like, the one that's like double tap or something like that, you're shooting, both shots have to be at the same time.
Correct. If a character makes a fighting attack with one action,
What's the
And
name
it-
of it?
two-fisted is the first one.
Okay.
If
Go
a
ahead.
character makes a fighting attack with one action and another from a different hand in a later action, the second attack doesn't inflict a multi-action penalty. The offhand penalty still applies unless he's ambidextrous, which I am.
Well, I mean, it says right there, in a later action.
So I can okay. And then I have frenzy and improved frenzy, so I roll a second fighting die with my fighting attacks for the turn.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that or what.
Just roll it. Just go over to the die roll thing and roll it.
Okay.
So
All right.
roll off your character sheet and then do a random roll next to it. And I know it's all combined, but we'll do that visually because I don't know how to do it on the character sheet.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is stab this guy twice. Basically, I'll use each blade to come down. That's where the second one comes in. If I hit him,
Okay.
the weapons master and the master at arms says that the bonus damage die is a D10.
Okay.
So when I look at the sword, if it's what strength plus 1d6, does that mean it's supposed to be a D10 instead?
It's a bonus die, right?
Correct.
Right. So you roll your damage
Uh-huh.
and then roll a d10.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out how all this works. I wasn't sure if that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bonus die or was something completely different. Okay.
And you have a +4 to hit.
Oh, okay. So
But we can add that in.
okay, so the first. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 attacks, and then I roll a extra die by itself. Is that what I do?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry.
Well, yeah, do your 2 attacks.
Okay. Um, that's fighting. Yes.
And then what's the extra die for? The extra die is for hitting or for damage?
For hitting, I believe. Stand by.
Oh, and okay. And you said that was a D10?
No,
Or the D10 was
that's separate. That's for damage.
okay.
Character with frenzy rolls a second fighting die with any one of his fighting attacks for the turn, and then the improved frenzy lets me do it for both attacks in the turn.
Okay, so this just roll 2 more times,
Okay, roll
and
attack
we'll
2 more times.
ignore the wild die off the second rolls.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean for this to be complicated. I was just trying to.
No. I don't.
I need to know too because I also have frenzy.
Okay, great.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, just go ahead and roll 2. So
There you
you've rolled the way we're going to do this because you already rolled these it's 1 2 1 2, right? Because you rolled
Yes.
4 times.
Correct.
Okay, and so 1 2 1 2, and on the second rolls we're going to ignore that you rolled a wild die because really it's
Correct.
just an extra die.
Correct.
So we're rolling to hit. So yes. So on your first attack, you have hit with a 4. And actually you've hit with an 8 because you have +4. So you have 1 raise. So you're going to do 1 more point of damage.
Okay.
Okay? Or 1 more wound if you exceed his toughness. And then on the second die, you've rolled a 24. So yeah, you've done more than 3 raises, and so yeah, you're gonna have actually what I'm talking about is if you did this on the wounding score, not on these. Okay, so you've hit twice.
Okay. Got it. And so now. So now each one of these will have an extra D10 damage. So I'll roll 1, do the D10, roll 1, do the D10.
Yes.
I just got to get to my weapon. Sorry. Okay, so this is the first one.
Oh, good lord.
+8.
And that's additive. So this is 33 damage.
Correct.
And that's you have 1 raise.
Okay.
Right? So because the target
no,
number's 12.
There it is. So that bonus damage. Oh, so the 1d6 is the bonus damage. So I should just change that to a d10 then. Right? If I'm reading this correctly? No.
Yeah, because you don't get a wild die with the. You're right. You don't get a wild die with the damage roll.
So then I should just change the. Oh, but I don't have a d6 on that one.
What is it? What'd you roll? What's the bonus?
It's strength plus 1d10. Which is what it says for the 25, but then the bonus damage says rolling 1d6, and I don't know where that comes from.
Let me see. Damage. You did the rune katana Arashi?
Correct.
So it's strength plus d10.
Which that's in the first number, the 25. It says it's 1d6 plus 1d10. But then there's that bonus damage one that I don't see represented in the formula.
Yeah, I don't either. What's your strength? D6. Wow. What did you roll?
Yeah, that was a 1d6 plus 1d10 for the damage, and it just exploded twice.
Yeah.
But then there's
I don't know where the bonus damage came from.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, I guess we could just ignore it and roll the d10, and there you go. Same difference.
Interesting.
And we
Okay.
can try and find it later.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
Yeah.
so you did 33 points, right?
Yes.
So that's one raise. So what's happened is you've shaken him, right, and
and
wounded
then,
him. So he's got one wound
right. And
currently.
then the second damage is roll damage. And roll 1d10.
Why didn't that explode?
It did. I got a 1 on the exploding.
Then it should be an 11, right?
6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1.
The
is...
D10 rolled a 10.
Oh. Sorry. No. It didn't explode because I didn't tell it to. I don't know what the formula is for that. I
don't
know how
either.
to
Just roll again.
Yeah, we'll do. Roll 1d10. So
Okay,
19.
so 28. So again, one raise. So he's already shaken. So that's 3 wounds.
Yes.
And he's out.
And because I did both of my attacks, then obviously I'm kind of done.
Okay. But you can still move.
I can, and I will move there. Oops. I'll move here. And I am done.
Okay, so Sveta.
Yes. So I'm gonna say, "You dare challenge the will of the gods," and I pull it, and I drop the hammer from my back, and ready it, and I'm gonna take a swing.
Take a swing.
I'm just imagining a Happy Gilmore with a mate with a.
Basically, what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Yes.
And hopefully it pays off and I don't whiff it this time again. So I also have frenzy, so I'll have to be doing the extra die thing. So is there just
So just
fighting?
roll it.
That I go?
Yeah, just roll. Yeah, roll fighting twice.
All right. Wah. Wait.
So it's a 6, and you just ignore the wild die on the second one.
Yeah. So it's a 6. Wait. No. To hits, don't add.
No, that's what his frenzy dice is for.
Does it add, or it's just another die?
Oh,
It's
these are-
another die.
Yeah.
It's my understanding was it's like doing 2 attacks in one. It says the extra die may be allocated to the same or different targets as they see
Oh,
fit.
so it is an additional attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
well, all right. then.
So they both hit,
Okay.
and
So
I assume you're allocating them to the same guy.
yeah. Actually, I'm gonna take a swing at the guy that just snuck up next to me.
Who could blame you?
So then 2 rolls on the weapon, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna do 1. And how does the bonus damage thing work? Because I
Just
have
what is your bonus?
it's a D8 for Weapon Master.
I just roll.
Yeah, just roll a d8.
Hold on, I'll
Okay.
show him how. Roll 1d8 without the quote.
Okay. Well, I know.
How do you tell it to explode?
And
Yeah, I don't know how to make it explode.
Oh, okay, then we'll just re-roll.
if you go through the dice roller setting, there's an option to make it explode. So
Is that the
Exclamation point, I think.
that's the exclamation point P?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
So that
All
adds
right.
5.
Okay, so 18. So you got 18. So you have shaken him.
All right. And now for the second attack. Scroll back down.
Okay, so 29. So that's 1 raise. So
Plus,
he's
plus
already
his,
shaken, right? The first attack shakes him.
Yeah.
You shake him again and do 1 point of damage, and because he's already shaken, that's 2 points of damage.
Right.
All right.
You see a little 2 there on him?
Yep.
All right. Z-Teach.
Finally, I get to say something and follow up on it.
Okay. My counter goes down to 4. Come on. Stupid thing. Whatever, I'll do that in a second since it's not letting me. And that goes down to 4. And I am going to... Where did you go, books? I have all the books pulled up. I am going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm just waiting for this dude to get blasted away by like a fireball or something.
I don't do that much damage. My problem is I don't do that much damage, and now that I know how much damage I actually have to do, I think it's gonna happen.
That's how I feel. Like
I could try to kick it up into the mega. But yeah, it won't really do.
does it cost anything extra to kick it to Mega?
Yeah.
I was trying to
So
figure out what that
everything. So PowerPoints is everything, right? And to kick
Yeah.
everything up to. So I have a special edge, and I'm gonna go off track real quick, but so that other people understand. Normally, powers, you have to have specific trappings. So if I have a blast, I have an ice blast.
Right,
That's all. I have an edge called Wizard that lets me change my trappings. So that I can have an ice blast or a fire blast or a lightning blast, so that my character has
That's really nice.
lightning bolt or ice blast or fireball.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it's dependent on that and dependent on somebody who can be descriptive in what they want, which is what I like to think I'm good at. But I'm going to cast. Well, both of you are in good standings right there. I don't need to do anything with you.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine if you want to shoot at the dude for Arthur.
Yeah.
Probably need to move though.
There. No. Maybe I won't run all the way. I ran too far. There.
He's just like running in circles on the battlefield, like, I don't know where to go.
Chanting some mumbo jumbo. We don't know what the hell he's been doing this whole battle.
So the range on my bolt is smarts times 2, so 24 inches. That's well with juicer 1 is well within that. And I will roll for a 12, which is 2 raises. And that means it is a 3d6 damage. I like the guy with the rake. I'm coming out. Everybody's dead.
You know you can just click that roll damage button, right?
So I can, except it's 2d6 and I need it to be...
Oh. Got
3d6,
it.
so I'm changing it in the system to 3d6, and then I'm rolling damage. Yeah, thought so. I should have made it. Ah! That's okay.
So what was that?
he
Fire,
goes.
lightning?
He again goes into a strange postured role, and his theme for tonight has been mirage essentially, and things like the heat off of the desert sands. So he will fling his hands down and bring up heat from the sands around him into like this shimmering ball of heat that flies towards the juicer, and I'm assuming gets absorbed into its armor.
Yeah.
But it's okay because it cost me 0 power points because I'm awesome
Nice. You made him sweat.
like that. Take this inconvenient heat. And that's me. Thank you.
Alright.
All right. That's everybody, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The man with rake has not gone.
The man
Right.
with rake.
So-
He's in the list. I don't know.
Oh. When did he come out?
No,
They come out.
He's the sweeper. He's cleaning up Juicer 4.
Okay.
All right. So Arthur,
That's you.
that is me. So he is going to swing his mighty mace. And there we go.
Is this the first time Archer's gotten to attack?
No, he shook the
No.
guy last time.
Right, okay.
And so he's hit the guy, and he's shaken him again.
So that's
So
one
that
wound?
means, yeah. So that means it's going to be one wound.
I'm just making sure I follow this.
Yep.
So how long does a shake last?
So let me read this. So at the start of their turn, a shaken character must attempt to recover from being shaken by making a spirit roll. It's a free action.
Got it.
So this
So-
guy hasn't had a turn
Right.
to recover.
So now he'll make it. He could be not shaken next.
Right. Right. That's true. Because he attacked Arthur and then Arthur attacked him back, right? And then this term, Arthur went ahead of him.
Right.
So now juicers are going to go. He winds up his chainsaw. First, he wipes the sweat off his brow.
Well, he's
And,
gonna make his spirit roll first, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. How about making that spirit roll?
Because if he doesn't, then he doesn't wind up no chainsaw.
3 is not going to do it.
No chainsaw for you.
Yeah, no chainsaw for him. Yeah. So he's still sitting there trying to kind of woozy because a big mace just hit him in the head.
Oof.
All right. So the next one is also going to do that. He rolls a 2. All right. All right.
Well, they
So,
really got the B team out here first, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So,
Don't, Chris, you're tempting fate right now, my friend. Don't do that.
This
All
turns
right.
out to be the shortest game of Rifts that ever existed.
I've been in those before, trust me. Some of
All
them
right.
so short I don't even remember. Wink.
All right. So, bullet train.
Well, let's stab him once with an extra die. So it's basically 2 attacks. Wait, can I even make that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can make it there. Okay, yeah. So we'll stab him twice with 1 attack. I'll spend a Benny for that first one.
Okay.
Why did it roll it 3 times?
I don't know.
Well, maybe I need to spend 2 Bennies then, if that's the case. Let me do that. Okay, there's that. Let's try that again. Fighting.
And you are much
Fighting.
more liberal with your bennies than I am.
Really? Did I roll a 1 again? What the hell?
That's because Mark rolls like that.
You know what? I'm gonna spend my last Benny on that first. I'm not gonna roll a 1 on this guy. This is dumb.
My God, I have sworn my honor that these
That
will
is
die.
that is exactly correct. There we go.
Hey,
I
Mark.
don't know if that'll hit him, but
So if I understand the rolls, you've hit him once.
probably. Yeah, the 8 looks like the
Wow.
only one time I hit him.
Well, okay. So the 8 was the second attack.
No, so the first 2 were the first 2.
Yeah.
Then I spent 2 bennies to re-roll those. I got an 8 and a 1, and I spent another benny to re-roll. Yeah, I got 1 extra. I don't know how.
Okay. All right. So the 8 and the 5 hit, right?
Okay, yeah,
Am I understanding? Because you did 2 attacks
correct.
and you used the Benny for one of them.
Technically, I used the benny for 3 of them, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, I'll have to look. I don't think I have to see if you can just keep throwing out bennies. I think
Okay.
it's a one-time good deal, but
That's fine. I'm not trying to abuse it. If that's the case, that's totally cool. I don't.
no,
know
I'll have to look up. I'm just not sure. And I
Okay.
should have said something earlier. But so 2. So roll 2 damage rolls.
Okay. So damage is that one plus D10.
So here's the deal. I
Yes.
like rolling. I think it's fun to roll dice. I like
Yes.
rolling lots of dice. But that 12
Yes.
is sufficient to shake him. He's already got 2 wounds, and he's shaken. And so without doing anything else, he's down.
2, 3, 4, 5 to here, and then I use my other attack with my other bonus dice for a second attack to finish him off. But I don't have any bennies, so if I get a 1 this time, I'm screwed.
I mean,
said
at
these
least you're
guys-
getting. At least
said
you're getting
these
the
guys
bad
are gonna
rolls
die.
out first.
So I hit him once, it looks like.
So you've hit him once.
And so then damage is
And again, you got over it. Well, actually, so roll your extra damage die.
roll 1 to
Nice.
10. So 11.
So 11. So that's a total of 27.
Yes.
So you've gotten 1 raise. So he's shaken and you hit him. So that's a wound, right?
Yep.
You have a raise.
That's-
I think he has
Anyway,
one
that
wound
you
on him
he
already.
that's more than 3 wounds right there.
Okay.
And bam,
And
he's
then-
down.
And then I will wipe my katana on his clothing to get the blood off and slide it back into its case.
I would like
So-
to point out that he said he would kill them, and he has landed the final blow on all 4.
So
Which is pretty impressive.
I'm not exactly going to pass a math test.
so
But I will kill a person.
you guys kind of stand there huffing and puffing, and while you do, these kind of guys with rakes end up
The hoarders.
dragging the bodies and tossing them down these grates.
Is there a sound of anything when that happens? Like creatures or...
Splash.
Why don't you, Daniel, roll a notice roll?
Just so you know, I'm going to be asking those kinds of questions a lot.
I like those
good
kind
idea.
of questions.
What are you
Yeah.
rolling called for?
So
I accidentally clicked the wrong button.
let me see. Yeah, is my thing
Yeah.
doing the red circle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right about there, you're seeing, you can see kind of deep in the ground, especially you've gotten one raise with the second roll. That same energy you detected protecting the bars,
Mm-hmm.
you sense that emanating from centered like about 30 feet below right there.
Ooh.
And from this stairway and this stairway and this stairway, did you see the 3 I pointed to?
Yes.
Okay, everybody saw that?
I didn't see the third one.
Here's is 1,
Yep.
this
That's
is 2, and this is 3.
South. Got it. Sorry, I'm zoomed in, so I couldn't see it. Got it.
Yeah, no problem. And so you see, if that aura was smoke, right?
Right.
If that aura was smoke and the smoke was starting here, you kind of see with your second dice roll, you see like a little bit of that smoke. It's not smoke. You get it. It's not smoke, but
Yes, I understand.
describing how you're seeing it is you're seeing like a little bit of that smoke leak up out of those stairways.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Thank you. So they're clearing the way for round 2, which I'm assuming is going to be next week.
Yeah, it's kind of up to you guys. Yeah, they clear the bodies and drag them down those grates. So we can stop here, or we can.
Are they dragging down them down the crates?
What else?
Dragging.
Yeah. I think Chris is gonna turn into a pumpkin soon.
Yeah, I think
It
I probably
is.
should turn into a pumpkin too.
Getting pretty late.
What are your thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. And
Okay.
I don't want to. I want to keep playing, but
Yeah, I do too. I'm excited.
I'm gonna hate my life tomorrow.
Yeah. You and me both. Yeah.
Well, then,
Yeah. We should better part of valor, guys. I've had a blast. I hope you've had a blast.
Yeah, it was really cool.
absolutely. Thank you for running.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is fun. I hope. I can't wait to see where this goes and how big this gets. And yeah, I'm excited about this.
And you can join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. ish Pacific time, right here for ongoing basis for this game. And then, as always, if you'd like to support us, you can click the subscribe button on Twitch or the follow button if you don't want to spend any money. That's fine too. Or you can support us over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/gamersledge, where you can get your name on every single show that we do, just like these fine folks coming up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, for Daniel, Chris, John, and myself, game on!
Game on.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel. Before you go,
Wait.
One second.
Wait.
We're quiet again, but I'll wait.